Good afternoon from Universal Studios Orlando Resort. There are a massive amount of updates from over here at Universal Studios Florida. We're gonna head inside and check those out right now. Thanks for being here. First off, we've scanned in and head all the way over to the brand new DreamWorks land that just got announced today. That is right, if you happen to miss the news, Universal just announced a brand new land that is coming here to Universal Studios Florida, and this is what they had to say about it. New DreamWorks themed land coming to Universal Studios Florida in 2024. Next year, Universal Studios Orlando will be debuting an all-new themed land inspired by DreamWorks Animations' beloved collection of animated characters. Currently being developed in the former KidZone location at Universal Studios Florida, the new area will immerse guests of all ages in vibrant, family-friendly experiences that bring popular franchises like Shrek, Trolls, and Kung Fu Panda to life in a whole new way. Plus, guests can enjoy special meet and greets with these and other characters like Gabby from Gabby's Dollhouse. Now, this new land is shaping up to be a wonderful replacement of what used to be here. Originally, this KidZone used to be home to the Fievel water slide, the Curious George play area, which was like both a ball pit and a water splash zone kind of thing, both indoors, outdoors. It was kind of cool. They had the DreamWorks Destination meet and greet area, which I've only been to a small handful of times. I wasn't the biggest fan of. And the Woody Woodpecker roller coaster. And let me say, that one is going to be staying. As of right now, the structure is still up over in this area. A lot of speculation surrounding the announcement itself was rumoring that there will be a Trolls-themed roller coaster. Perhaps a Troller coaster. I would personally love to see it. I can't imagine how sweet the sounds of Justin Timberlake would be while going through, that one song that has been played way too much across media everywhere. I don't know. It'll be cool. As we are here at Universal Studios Florida for the day of the announcement of this new land, so are a bunch of different helicopters here for news media, I can only assume, who are flying above, getting some construction updates. But if you're looking for actual construction updates over the past 6 or 7 months since they closed down this area, I could give you some shots right here from the wonderful BioReconstruct over on Twitter. He has had a wonderful account that he's been running for years and years and years with both aerial updates and on-the-ground updates for all these theme parks without the clickbaity titles that you'll find over on YouTube and on, all those blogs, that kind of stuff. Early on, we saw rumors of a Shrek meet and greet area that included a swamp, massive tree structure. And I don't know if you're asking me, I'm pretty sure this big structure looks like it could possibly be Shrek's home base, which is honestly super, super cool that it's been how many years now? And they're still doing Shrek stuff in theme parks. I'm happy to see it. As of right now, E.T.'s adventure here at Universal Studios Florida is not going anywhere. At least that's what we can only assume. The reason I say E.T. may not be closing anytime soon is because it's still here. They did not demolish this when they were starting the construction for this entire new land. There's a long telltale rumor about Steven Spielberg and Universal Studios Florida where he said, hey, if you take out E.T., Jurassic Park is leaving, Jaws is leaving, all that type of stuff. Obviously, Jaws is long gone from this park here, but I'm assuming E.T. is going to stay for a while, especially the fact that that's a giant show building and a very, very expensive ride. I would not be worried about E.T. leaving this park here anytime soon. That's just me, but don't take my word for it. Keep your eyes on Universal's blog to see all the updates. As exciting as the prospect is of a brand new DreamWorks land here at Universal Studios Florida, that's not the only thing that's going on around the park right now that is very newsworthy. Some Halloween Horror Nights updates, some official announcements, and a new assistance pass system. I'm going to tell you guys all about this right now in the rest of this video. Thanks for being here. And thanks for subscribing, seriously. Before we hit all the Halloween Horror Nights updates, we're gonna hit one other one that actually I think might have to do with Halloween Horror Nights, and it's the first update that we've seen here at Diagon Alley since the first time it opened, 7 years ago now? I'm gonna have a correction at the bottom if I'm wrong. Popping up all over the Diagon Alley area of the park here are these mysterious crates and boxes, including this one, which has a speaker grate on the outside of it. Do you guys have any clue what this might be? I do, let me tell you. Part of the speculation for Halloween Horror Nights 2023 is that there will be wandering Deatheaters here in Diagon Alley, which does draw some people away from the rest of the park because of how crowded this entire park becomes. If you don't know what the Deatheater Experience is, they already have it over in Hogsmeade, both at Islands of Adventure and at Universal Studios Hollywood, this experience in Diagon Alley is going to be something that nobody has ever seen quite yet. Let me show you inside what else we have. Tons more of these mysterious little boxes for sound and effects for part of this Death Eater show, including this massive stage. Look at this stage. Now, this chained off stage area here in Diagon Alley includes an actual sign that says "Do not climb," obviously a chain, and there's grates here, which if you've seen anything over at the other park, a lot of smoke and lighting effects from underneath to make these Death Eaters really pop and look like exactly they do in the movies. And this is on the back side of the Weasley's shop, right over here if you could tell. On the backside. The way I see it, there is a big upside and probably even a bigger downside to having the Death Eaters here in Diagon Alley during Halloween Horror Nights. The upside is we have a brand new Harry Potter themed experience here in Diagon Alley that we didn't have before, and that's amazing and it's gonna be cool. And I know Universal Creative is gonna do a wonderful job with it. Now, the downside is something that I know some of you probably are not going to like. What made Diagon Alley a great place to go to during Halloween Horror Nights is that you could get away from the scare actors if you don't like getting scared. Now, that is just one less spot that you are able to hide. I know it's completely different because it's Harry Potter themed, and it's honestly, in my opinion, not as scary, but it's still something you got to be worried about, and it's something I am mindful of because I do have a bunch of friends who would love to go to Halloween Horror Nights, just don't like being scared. So, also, shout out Vincent Vision for these amazing clips I'm literally playing right now. He's one of the hardest working, most creative people within the theme park sphere, specifically Universal. He's been killing it literally for years. If you haven't subscribed yet, what's your problem? He's in the description. Anyways, we're headed back to do the scare zones now. Okay, scare zones. The first scare zone we are hitting up is the rumored jungle scare zone here in Central Park. Now, we talked about this previously on a video. As of right now, clearly there are only some structural lighting structures going up. We'll see if more comes very, very soon. But as of right now, I think this is probably one of the lesser decorated scare zones as of right now. We are still over a month away from Halloween Horror Nights starting, but they are already fast moving on getting these scare zones up and running. Scare zone number 2 here is Hollywood Boulevard. Now, Hollywood Boulevard as of right now has literally one thing up right now, maybe 2, and these are the entrance signs. Previously, this is the sign they used previously for Lights, Camera, Action. Now, this right now is rumored to be a Vamp 69 scare zone. That's what it's listed on this spec map as of right now. Hopefully this is coming true because this is going to be one of the coolest, grooviest scare zones in the entire park. The New York Street scare zone area just behind me probably has the most construction that has happened so far. Now, they do have some lighting structures as well as this massive stage, which is bigger than any stage I've seen before in the past 3 years of going to Halloween Horror Nights here in Orlando. Let me explain exactly what this is rumored to be. As of right now, the rumor and innuendo is that this will be a Zodiac scare zone, not Zodiac Killer, like a Zodiac sign, spooky, wardrobe-y. Let me show you exactly clips from a scare zone just like this that existed over in Universal Studios Singapore. Now, over in Singapore, this was a big stage show, more so that than a regular scare zone. Hopefully it's going to be a variation of that rather than just a big stage show, because they don't have as much space at all as they do over in Singapore in front of the stage area that they have set up as of right now here. But you want to know what else has been just officially announced over here in the New York area? The soundstage, which is most likely to be home to the Stranger Things Season 4 house. A mere 48 hours after we put out our rumor and speculation video, including us talking about this possibility of Stranger Things being involved, it was officially announced by Universal. So what are the odds? But we're just here to remind you, hey, this is legitimately happening, and maybe check out that video because there's going to be a lot of other things that are most likely to be announced very, very soon. Maybe things that you saw in that video, I don't know. Here in the Fisherman's Wharf, we have what is rumored to be the Krampus scare zone this year at Halloween Horror Nights. Now, this one, again, has just a bunch of steel structures up. I know this is what a lot of these updates are. And number 5, we have made it to the very front of the park for the entrance scare zone that normally during Halloween Horror Nights looks a little like this. I think it's a little obvious why they aren't setting this scare zone up quite yet. If you look behind me, VillainCon has recently opened. They're not going to set it up this early if they have this massive new attraction here. I do not blame them. Or maybe it's a Vicious 6 scare zone and all of the decorating's already been done. I am completely kidding. That is not going to be the case. One thing I did touch upon earlier in this video is the brand new Attractions Assistance Pass system, and I'm going to be briefly doing an overview of what all of that is and what can you expect if you need one when coming to the park anytime this summer or anytime in the future, because it's the new system. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Ryan, what the hell is an Attraction Assistance Pass here at Universal Studios Orlando and Hollywood? Now, they're updating both of their systems at once to this brand new system. This new system is launching July 24th, 2023. All guests requesting attractions queue accommodations must obtain a IBCCES individual access card to register on their website prior to this visit. Now, the way you obtain this card is by going to accessibilitycard.org, which is where you will enter your contact information, as well as information about the card holder themselves, including helpful accommodations. Now, these accommodations can range anywhere from standing/queuing in line, sensitivity to crowds / enclosed spaces, and more just like that. With this new third-party system for the accommodations pass, you do have to submit supporting documentation. Now, I am not going to be talking anything about this because this is something that I honestly do not know. We have a full explanation for this entire new system going up on our For the Love of Theme Parks channel literally in the next few days, right before it launches. Like I said, this launches on July 24th, 2023. One plus side to this brand new accommodation system is that this is going to last a year. Previously, it only lasted, I think, a couple weeks, maybe even up to a month, but this is going to last an entire year. Once you go to guest services to get your physical card, that is going to last you a year. At least that's what Universal is saying, so hopefully that is going to be the case, and that's a big positive. And I don't mean to be very broad on this entire thing, but again, like I said, this is not something that I personally use. This is all the information that Universal has given so far. If you were having any more questions regarding this, literally direct it to them, their social media team. They're all trained to take care of all of this. Honestly, I think it might be a good change, but also I understand that it's asking for more on top of the already stressful life that is happening for a lot of people that are having to need these accommodations. It's a really tough subject to tackle, especially the fact that I know Disney has a completely different system as well, but I just wanted to touch upon it here. And again, like I said, on our For the Love of Theme Parks channel, we're going to have a full rundown of this entire thing over the next few days with a very, very detailed step-by-step thing, because we have a much better reach over on that other channel, and we want to be able to like have that be a clickable thing that's like a minute and a half, 2-minute long thing, so people could literally open it up and like have a step-by-step directional rather than dig through a 20-minute 15-20-minute vlog like we have right here. So thank you for sticking around in the first place. That is a lot for updates here at Universal Studios Florida 2023. We haven't been to Islands of Adventure in quite a bit. I think we're gonna head there next week on the vlog for a sit-down dining experience. Actually, maybe even the only one they have over there. I don't know, stay tuned. Again, we post these videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday here on the vlogging channel as of right now. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And honestly, the best way to help if you already are a subscriber is by sharing with a friend who loves theme parks just as much as you do. Thank you so much for all the support so far, guys. This has been a great journey. We're gonna make it to 1,000 soon. I know it. Thanks, that's all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye. Bye.